Why? Humanity. Why us? With our flaws, with our violence, our beauty, our hope, our doubt. Was there a reason we were created? We build towers, yet struggle with pride. We write poems, yet wrestle with pain. We dream of peace, yet fall into war. So, why would a perfect God create such imperfect beings? Why breathe life into dust, knowing that dust would one day doubt him? The answer isn't simple, but maybe it's not complicated either. Maybe it all begins with love, because true love doesn't need, it chooses. God didn't create humanity out of need, but out of desire, a desire not to be worshipped out of force, but to be known out of freedom, to share, not just power, but relationship. What if the reason you exist isn't because God wanted control, but because he wanted connection? Not servants, but sons and daughters, friends, hearts that could choose to love him back, even when they fall, even when they fail, because love that must be perfect isn't really love at all. You were created to carry something eternal, to reflect something divine, to explore, to feel, to build, to create because you were made in the image of the one who does all those things. You were never meant to be a machine, a puppet, a project. You were meant to be a reflection of love in motion, of light in a dark world. But yes, we turned away, and still, he didn't walk away from us. He still paints sunsets. He still whispers to hearts. He still waits, not with wrath, but with longing, because the reason for humanity was never perfection. It was relationship. You were made to love, to forgive, to struggle, and still rise, to ask hard questions, and to find him waiting in the silence. The reason for creating humanity was not efficiency. It was beauty, not control, but choice. He could have made stars that obey without question, but instead, he made you capable of choosing love even when it hurts. That's how valuable you are, that he gave you the freedom to walk away, just so your return would be real. So, if you've ever wondered if your life matters, if your presence has purpose, if God had a reason for making you, the answer is yes. He saw every moment of your story before it began. And still he said, "Let there be you." You were worth it, even with the pain, even with the questions, even with the scars, because in your heart, he placed something eternal, something that no death can destroy, something that still reaches for him. So was there a reason for creating humanity? Yes, because love creates, and when it does, it hopes, it waits, it believes, and it never lets go. You were created for a reason. You are still here for a purpose. You are deeply, endlessly loved.